And APB, American Protection Bureau, voted #1 best on Long Island for all your security needs. Call 631-390-9050. That's 631-390-9050. APB.
It's hard for me to imagine what your son had to go through knowing that he didn't have his father, and having those memories and then having all these people in awe of what his father had accomplished. Um, Jimmy had mentioned earlier, we've had so many guys in, and people love to hear about your husband. But in some cases, some of the wrestlers would claim that your husband was a bit of a bully in the industry. What are your thoughts about those comments?
No, if they would only have listened to him, they would have been over. But a lot of times, especially if they're a little more green, they would get in the ring and try to take control. Well, you didn't do that with Frank. You did not take control of the match. Then that's when he would, I'm sure you've all heard of the famous cage match with Lex.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Same thing. I saw Lex. Where did I see Lex? Well, it wasn't that long. Wherever it was, I just saw him this year too.
You must have seen him at the gathering. Was you at the gathering, right?
The Vegas.
Oh,
He was in Vegas because Sting was being presented at Vegas, and he was with Sting. He kind of did the presentation for Sting, so I got to see Sting and Lex. He was nice. He said no. He said complimentary things about my husband. So you know what I mean. Whatever it was. It was just he was new in the business, and I've talked to other people that have come, and he said, he took care of me. I have a lot of these people that say that he kind of mentored. Hacksaw Higgins, he's always talked to me. That was why he carries the 2x4, was because of Frank. Frank got him, told him, whatever you see around, like I do, if you find something there, just pick it up and go in the ring. Picked up a 2x4, and he's still got the 2x4, And John Nord, the barbarian, what was his, the bazooka, whatever. I know he's got two names. He had two names. Berserker. Yeah. Right. He has been so complimentary. Even Greg Gagne would tell me about things when he got in the ring. He said, "Why am I going in the ring with this huge guy?"
Get me out of here.
Yeah. But he said the way it was, the match was good, but they both got little parts. So if you listened, because Frank knew how to get over. Well, that's obvious now today. Yeah. He knew how to get over.
Oh yeah.
And he knew to get over, he can't just beat people up. He has to give them high spots, otherwise it's not even a match. Barbara. So yes, I know he did have that reputation, but that was because the people would get in and try to take over the match. Well,
bad idea.
Bad idea.
Very bad idea.
Early in Frank's career, he came up northeast and wrestled against San Martino, right, in the WWF. How close was he coming back to Vince Jr.'s WWE? Was that ever something that was discussed? Did Vince ever call the house and say, "Bruiser, come on up, or I'm going to get Nord the Barbarian to play your role"?
No, he knew. No, it would have been in the works, because Japan, what is it? The Warriors?
Road Warriors?
Yeah. They were just getting ready. They were just starting off in Japan, and they were going to be the next best thing, because Stan and Frank were starting to get old over there. So the Road Warriors were coming in. So he knew it was just a matter of time. It would have been a while, but there still would have been a matter of time that it would have been less. So and I'm sure you guys too, he knew the match that everybody wanted to see was him and Hulk Hogan.
Oh my God, Brody Hogan would have been. Oh, what a fantasy! Oh my God, Mike, we would have eaten that up.
Could you imagine that WrestleMania main event?
My
God.
To this day, I still wish that. Oh my God, that would have been unbelievable.
So he knew that was the match. That was what he was saving to come back to New York, because he knew everybody. There was so much talk, Beauty and the Beast, So, yeah, I do feel he would have been back in New York, because he had quite a good relationship with Vince Senior, because I remember Vince Senior used to call the house, and I remember taking the phone call and, asking who it is. Like I said, these are the days before cell phones and answering machines and everything.
Do you
So I
know
know.
whether? I'm sorry, Barbara. Do you know whether or not Hogan was willing? As the rumors were going around, do you know whether or not Hogan was willing to even get in the ring with Frank?
Yeah, well, Frank knew he'd probably have to put him over.
Of course, yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
you know.
But I'm just curious if Hogan was like, "No way, brother, he hits too hard, dude."
I don't think so, because he knew it would have been a big payoff.
Oh yeah,
Naturally.
no
Yeah.
doubt about it.
I mean,
No doubt.
let's face it. You got a payoff. You can get
Wow.
anything done, as we found out last week with the boxing match.